What were we in Dallas that time doing a show or Miami? The Lakers. Shaq was in the press room talking to the media. I think it might have been Miami, and I was doing my radio show at the time, just off the press room. And I remember Shaq is there talking to the media, and all of a sudden you could hear me talking like this in another room, and you hear Shaq go, "Dan Patrick, shut the hell up." Been a while since we've had the big man on. Shaq, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. I don't like the Fitz guy. I don't like the way he answered the phone.
Why?
He said this is the Dan Patrick Show. He should say this is the legendary Dan Patrick Show.
Wow.
Tell him to change it or else.
All right. Fritzy, get your act together. I'll run you.
I apologize. If Shaq's got a point there, I will correct myself next time.
I'll do what the Lakers did. I'll get rid of you, just like Mike Brown. That's the way we work around here.
That's right.
Yeah.
Do that.
Did you see where Arkansas is trying to steal your football coach, Les Miles?
I saw that. Is that legal?
It's college football. I think everything's legal.
Yeah, but that's not called collegiate tampering.
I always wondered that, but I guess you're allowed to talk to you're married to a school, but you can flirt with people if you want to. That's the feeling I get.
Well, hopefully LSU matches the offer.
It sounds like that's what he just got a contract upgrade 2 years ago.
Another one.
Did they ever talk to you when you were at LSU about playing football?
Say that again.
When you were at LSU, did anybody ever ask you about playing football?
No, not really. I mean, I played football in high school, and a guy your size hit me in my knee, and I was like, you know what, I'm done with this sport. I think I'll do the basketball thing.
Well, that's what these guys who play football. When I say, how would Karl Malone be, or Jordan, or Shaq, and they said we would cut their legs out from underneath them, and those guys would be like little screaming schoolgirls.
No, I wouldn't be a screaming schoolgirl. I think I'd be the first coming of Megatron. I'd be a big guy. I got great hands. I was a good athlete when I was younger, so I probably would have been a hell of a tight end.
I know that LeBron was a great wide receiver in high school. He probably would have been able to do that in the NFL. Yeah,
I think LeBron would be a great football player. Westbrook would be a great football player. Iverson was a hell of a football player. There's a lot of guys in the NBA, that have football bodies and would have been great football players.
What difference would it have made if Phil Jackson was the coach and not Mike D'Antoni with the Lakers?
Well, Phil's resume is the type of resume that when you come into an office, whatever he says into his employees can never dispute it, and they say to themselves, you know what? I've been watching this guy. I know this guy has 10, 11 rings. It must be right. And then, the fans would have enjoyed it. And, those guys over there are older, so the system is unstoppable. He would have breathed that a championship breath into their soul. Because, right now, at 2 and 3, something is going on out there. I mean, but I think, the way Phil does things with his incense, with his little books, with his little aura, I think, the guys would have gravitated to that a little bit more easier.
Do you think that the Lakers really wanted Phil Jackson?
I'm not sure. Rumorville has it that, he wanted too much, he wanted this, or, I was actually out there when they were talking to him, but, nobody was talking clearly. One side said something, and the other side said something, and you know how it is in L.A.
Well, I'm just surprised, though, that if you had this roster, why were you bringing Mike Brown back in the first place?
I mean, I'm at a loss for words, just like you. You say that, publicly that this team this year is built for the championship, and then, you got a guy that, brought you 3 rings the first time, and came back and got 2 more. So the logical choice would have been to get Phil Jackson, but, the powers to be decided different.
Shaquille O'Neal joining us, Dan Patrick Show. How important is that 6th championship to Kobe?
I mean, I think it's very important. earlier in his career, he was compared to the great Mike. So I'm sure if he can get the same amount of rings as the great Mike, it'll probably be good for him.
Anybody ever be better than Jordan, in your opinion?
No, not really. I mean, I grew up watching Jordan, and then had the opportunity, to play against him and play with him a couple times on All-Star teams, and he just did some things that I never really seen before. Kobe's a great player. He's close, but in my opinion, there'll never be another player.
You think? But did Jordan give you grief? Did he talk junk to you?
Not to me, but he, one time when I was with the Orlando Magic, he told me what he was going to do to Nick Anderson. He's like, I'm coming down, I'm going to throw it between my legs twice, I'm going to pump fake, and then I'm going to shoot a jumper, then I'm going to look at you. That's exactly what he did.
Bird and him. I mean, is the art of trash talking? Is it gone from the NBA? These guys seem to all get along with one another.
Yeah, they do get along. It's kind of gone because now when guys talk trash, it gets too personal, and then Stu Jackson has to step in and throw out fines, and the refs call texts earlier. I mean, I played against and played with one of the greatest trash talkers ever, in Gary Payton. Oh. And he used to talk a lot of trash. It never got personal, but he used to talk a lot of trash, and it was fun to listen to.
Nets or Knicks? Who goes further this year?
I'm going to go with the Nets.
I like them as well. And everybody talks about this Knick team. I think they need to stay healthy, but those guys don't play defense. Tyson Chandler is the only guy on that team that plays defense, and I still think you got to play a little defense so you're going to go far in the playoffs.
Yeah, they do, but I just think that, the Nets are a little bit more hungry. When you got guys like Reggie Evans, grabbing rebounds constantly like that and playing hard like that, it's fun to watch. I'm from New Jersey, and I know for a fact that New Yorkers appreciate hard workers. They really, appreciate guys that go out and just, put it all on the table.
How much fun are you having in TV?
A lot of fun. I'm trying to be extra like you one day. Love your show, watch it all the time. Love your music selection during the breaks. I love when you play Cypress Hill. I love that. And one day I plan on coming up there and taking Fritzy's job.
But if we shot free throws, would you do it?
I would kill you, Dad.
You would kill me?
Of course.
Why?
Because when I need to hit them, I hit them. You've seen that many times. You've been there.
But it's a home court advantage. I don't care what you want to put on the line when we shoot free throws. Whatever you want to bet.
All right, deal.
What do you want to bet?
Whatever.
How about you? I'll put up a Ram truck. You put up one of those cars. What are those? Buicks?
All right, deal.
All right. I'll put up a truck. You put up a car. How many free throws are we shooting?
Best out of 20.
Best out of 20?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to go 20-20.
Actually, you know what, Dad? No bet.
No bet?
Yeah, no bet. Know why?
Why?
Because all white guys can shoot. No bet.
Wait, did you just realize I was white?
I actually thought you were. Well, I mean, you're so cool, Dad. I didn't know what you were.
I'm as white as Steve Kerr.
And Steve Kerr was a great shooter. I played with a guy. His name was Mike Penberthy. He looks something like Fritzy. He walked in a training camp one day. I was like, "Who the hell is this guy?" And he just lit everybody up.
What was his name?
Mike Penberthy.
Where was he from?
I don't know, but I think his story was he was a FedEx guy or something like that, and then he got a trial with the Lakers, and he made the team with us, and we won the championship with him.
So he got a ring.
Yeah, of course, Mike Penberthy.
Wow. I know he went to. I don't even think he went to a Division 1A school. I think it was.
I never heard of him. He don't really look like a basketball player.
You know where he went, Shaq?
Where?
Masters College.
Where's that at?
I have no idea. I think it's in California.
Well, he was a hell of a shooter. He really was.
Okay, best shooter ever that you faced or played with is who?
You know, we always have this debate, and you know that's okay. Let me start with when I was young.
Okay.
Best shooter I saw was Steve Alford. Remember him?
Yep. Indiana.
Yeah, Steve Alford, Jay Burson.
Oh, Ohio State.
Yeah, Jay Burson, Ohio State, and Steve Kerr and Reggie Miller and you know Chris Jackson.
Oh
I saw
man.
those guys in college. Now, when I get to the league, I like Dale Ellis's form. I like Glenn Rice. I like Dennis Scott. Who else did I like?
Ray Allen.
Yeah, Ray Allen. So you know, it's hard for me to say who the best shooter is because I've seen a lot of great shooters.
Okay,
Actually, you know what? Dale Curry had the prettiest form and the prettiest release I've seen though.
And he didn't even jump.
Yeah, he didn't even jump.
But if your life,
you know what? You know who else has some great form? Jason Capono.
Yep, 3-point shooting champion.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys are white.
You know what? They are. Wow. I just realized that.
We're profiling here.
I know.
Okay, your life's on the line, and somebody's got to hit a three. Who takes it?
I'm gonna go with my boy D. Scott.
3D. All right. Didn't play a lot of defense. That's what I always loved about him.
I know. I know.
It's good to visit with you again. And
Stop laughing in the back, Fritzy.
You're welcome. You're welcome in the man cave anytime you want, Shaq.
All right.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, thank you. All right, Fritzy.
Thank you, Shaq. Fritzy, get your act together. Oh, he's talking to Shaq. NBA on TNT continues Thursday night. Spurs against the Heat. Charles Barkley courtside with Reggie Miller, Kevin Harlan, and Craig Sager in his jacket. Second game, Nuggets and Warriors on TNT. Marv Albert, Steve Kerr, followed by Inside the NBA with Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Chris Webber, and Shaquille O'Neal. Dan Patrick, shut the hell up.